What is happening, sports fans? It's your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack. I am clearly rocking it solo. It is Friday, November 5th. We have 9 NBA games to crush, so let's get after it. Hopefully everyone had a good night last night. Cade Cunningham finally had a good DFS game. He wasn't even good in real life, so we'll get to him in a bit or shortly here. But, yeah, overall it was a pretty shitty night for me. Hopefully you guys did better. That said, the great thing about DFS is always a new day today. So 9 games tonight, not a crazy Friday night slate, which I'm kind of thankful for. Start off with Brooklyn at Detroit. There's not much from this game I'm looking at. The Brooklyn side, they're priced affordably. I know Harden's let a lot of people down. I mean, at some point he's going to have the monster game, but on this slate, he's not for me. KD kind of, not the same thing. He's been solid, more solid than spectacular at this price point with other good options. Honestly, the only guy I'm really looking at from this game is Cade Cunningham, still really cheap at 4,600. I think you just play him and move on. I don't care how much love he gets. There's a bunch of good guard options, so that might cut into his ownership. Patrick Beverley, I know a guy that's getting a ton of love. I mean, look, he shot 4 of 17 and put up close to 40 DK points. I think this is going to be like who he is going forward. He's going to fill up the stat sheet. At 4,600, just play him and move on. Jeremy Grant had an awesome first half last night. Was not great in the second half. I'd hesitate to go back there now at an increased price tag. Nah, it's too expensive. So Cunningham, and moving on for me. No, nothing more I like from this game. Memphis and Washington. This is a game that has some appeal. So as far as the Memphis side goes, I think all these guys are in play. I don't think any of them are must. I like Ja a lot. There's so many good guard plays. It's hard to get to him, but that's really going to cut into his ownership. I see Desmond Bane getting quite a bit of love. It makes sense. We always like picking on Washington. They're a team that's been good to us for years. Bane, solid at 5,100. I don't think you need it on this slate. I also don't think he's like a bad play either. Maybe a little bit more of a cash play than a GPP play, but it certainly is a good matchup. Jaren Jackson at 5,600, he's getting some love, and it makes sense coming off a good game last time out. We just know the upside's real at this price point. He showed it last time out. No hesitation to go right back here at 5,600. I wouldn't call him a must, but I think he's probably my favorite player of the game in this game. So, yeah, I think all the Memphis guys are in play. If I'm making one lineup, the only guy I might play, and I might not even play him, is Jaren Jackson. Washington, Washington's not really a team I'm looking at on the slate. They're priced affordably. They're healthy enough. It's just hard to pay $9,500 for Beal with other guys like right in his price point that I prefer. Spurs and Magic. So we've got the Spurs still missing Jacob Poeltl. Drew Eubanks saw his price increase. It probably should. He only played 19 minutes, which scares me a little bit. He's priced affordably. There's other good center options. Another one in Zubac is the same price that's getting a ton of love. So I don't hate to pivot in tournaments. Eubanks is going to play around 20 minutes here, maybe more. Thad only played 22. Now he's 5,300. I liked Thad more last time out. I think I like Eubanks more here. Neither of them are getting love. Yeah, neither of them are getting much love at all. Both coming in around 5% owned. So don't hate that at all. As far as the other guys from the Spurs, I'm a big Dejounte Murray fan. I think this is who he is. He reminds me a lot of Ja Morant. I think he's a solid play at 9,100 that no one will play. It's just really hard to prioritize him at a loaded guard spot. I mean, for 9 games, a ton of really good guards to play. But Murray's going to get like zero love, so I completely get it. I always like guys like Murray at low ownership. Didn't even talk about Orlando. Orlando's a team I'm not really looking at hard. If I played a guy, it'd probably be Suggs, but only 24 minutes last time out. They got kind of rolled. I don't know. With both Bamba and Carter healthy, it's not really a team I'm overly interested in. That said, Carter is solid. I mean, playing a ton of minutes. If I played any of these guys, I think it would be Wendell Carter, especially with the power forward eligibility. He's picking up more ownership than is Mo Bamba, but it makes a lot of sense. Wendell Carter is actually going to be pretty high owned, not quite as highly owned as Jaren Jackson. But there's a lot to like about him here at this price point. I mean, you could call it game log chasing or not, but I mean, he's been really solid to start the year. Nice value in all formats in 4 or 5, and I have no idea why he only played 17 minutes in that other game. So I think he's a guy, I mean, I'm not going to use my center spot on him, but for now, he's a guy I like, so we'll put him in there. From the Spurs, I do like the Thad Young, Drew Eubanks, going back there when no one else will. That said, there's so many good plays on this slate. So tough to prioritize them. Knicks and Bucks. Drew Holiday back from Milwaukee. Doubtful he plays like a full load here. Hasn't played since mid-October. Got sick after that. So he's not in play for me, even though he's really cheap. But he takes all the other Milwaukee guys except Giannis out of play for me as well now that their prices up. Just too big of a slate. Don't need him. Not going to go there. As far as Giannis himself goes, I mean, he's a good look every slate he's on. If you want to prioritize Giannis on this slate, do your thing. He's going to be decently owned, as he should be. There's enough value. He's a stud. It's freaking Giannis against the Knicks on Friday night. I'm sure this game is this game nationally televised? It's 7:30. Yeah, I bet it's an ESPN game. Let's just check it out, though. It is an ESPN game. So we know we'll probably see the best Giannis has to offer. And he's always in play. So, we'll throw him in there for now, especially if you're looking at like a cash lineup. He's going to get a lot of love. As far as the Knicks go, no one I'm really looking at from the Knicks side. They just got too many bodies, too big of a slate. I mean, there's so many guys you could talk about. There's no one I'm going to play from the Knicks more than likely, unless we have injuries, of course. My Cavs at the Raptors, been impressed with the Cavs and their effort. They run a really short rotation. So I like the Cavs here. I think this game's going to be a good game. I think the Cavs are definitely in play. I mean, Mobley played 40 minutes in back-to-back games. You're seeing these guys play huge minutes. I know Jared Allen's been really productive. He's another one of these centers that looks good. I mean, he's been awesome lately. A lot to like about Jared Allen here. 6,600. I mean, we're obviously going to need to start taking guys out. The more guys we like. Yeah, so both those guys look good. No thanks on Sexton for me. Garland coming off a good game. I like the big men more. None of these Cavs guys are priorities for me, but they're all in play. So that's how I feel about the Cavs. So I'm not going to put any of them in here because especially when we have 4 spots left, we're going to need to start taking guys out. But I do like them a good amount. As far as the Raptors go, good spot for them. Not even a great spot for them. The Cavs have been okay defensively. Pretty good defensively, actually. I don't know. The Raptors, with Scotty Barnes back now, and he's pricey. He's been really good for them. I don't think anyone will play him at close to 7K, but I will not be one of those people that does play him. So yeah, nothing I'm like loving from this game, but the Cleveland side is in play like all over. I can understand getting to many pieces from them here. All right, this is a game of run back that we had the other night. The Clippers at the Timberwolves. I know Karl Anthony Towns is on record saying that he's used to. I think he said something to the effect of a 3-game slide can turn into an 18, 19, 20-game slide real quickly in Minnesota. So I expect a really good effort from the Timberwolves tonight. Actually, I think they win this game. Let's see what the line is here. Yeah, really short spread, 2.5 here. I like the T-Wolves to win this game. I don't love going to these back-to-back spots. I know that there's a lot of good plays from both sides here. But these teams just played. So I don't normally love going to these spots where these teams just play. So that's my hesitation. That said, I mean, how do you not just lock in Pat Beverly at 4K? I mean, D'Angelo Russell's not playing. He played 31 minutes last time out. Sure, there are paths to him not playing that much, but I just think you play him and move along. 4K, his role on this team. Again, I think you see a really good effort from Minnesota tonight. I'm more interested in the Minnesota guys than I am the Clippers guys. That said, it's hard not to like Paul George in any sort of close game. I think you can easily play him over Giannis. You could play him in this line too. I mean, we'll find other value. Paul George looks like a great look. Obviously we're going to have to start taking guys out, but Zubac is getting a lot of love, and he makes sense. He played 34 minutes last time out. If he's going to play those type of minutes tonight, it's hard not to like him at 4K. I expect a different game script, though. Like, the Clippers were winning this whole game. They won by 11. I feel like this Minnesota's in a good spot tonight. I like them a lot betting-wise. So I know people have asked for, betting videos and content like that. Well, here's a shout-out, a free pick, if you will. Minnesota, +3, money line, whatever it is, lock them in. I like them a lot in the first half also. As far as DFS from them, though, it's really Beverly and then everyone else just because of its price point. Another guy from the Clippers I forgot to mention is Bledsoe. I mean, I don't know what to make of Bledsoe right now. I do know that he was okay last time out. Shot 0-3 from 3. Playing decent minutes. Not going to get much love. He's in play. He's definitely in play. There's other guards I really like on this slate, so I don't know if all played Bledsoe. I played him last slate. And again, I'm not too keen on the Clippers here. But he's certainly in play. And then Nick Batum also. Cog type in all formats. I think you can literally lock him in and move on if you want. I don't think he's a must on this slate just because there's a lot of good plays, but I definitely get it. I'm just kind of disappointed Beasley only played 27 minutes. I know he was kind of popular. I could see running it back with him. Maybe instead of Beverly in tournaments if you have the balls. I mean, it's not like we don't know who Pat Beverly is. He's just going to play really big minutes tonight. He's too cheap at 4K. Beasley could have a good night, though. So I think you can play him instead or more than likely together. Good game for DFS purposes, but I think I'll probably personally shy away except for Pat Beverly. My boy Anthony Edwards is just a baller. So if you want to play him, he's in play on any slate. I mean, I always like him and Towns. If you want to play them, do your thing. I don't think Towns gets a ton of love. Actually, with how it's hard to get to Towns because there's so many good mid-tier centers that will cut into his ownership, and that gets me interested in tournaments, if nothing else. All right, moving on. We got the Pelicans and the Warriors. New Orleans. Still waiting to hear about Brandon Ingram, who is probably going to play any one of these games now. Don't know, though. So if he plays, I don't know, 8,100. Not really looking. I mean, at 8,100, I don't think he's a crazy play because he's really good at this price point. But coming off an injury, not knowing the news, I doubt it. There's no way I'd get him in one lineup. If he's out again, Josh Hart was not good last time out. I could see going right back there. I think he's a cog type. I expect a better performance from him here. J-Val only played 29 minutes, but they got kind of destroyed by the Kings. Just pathetic. I expect a good effort from the Pelicans here. Doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean the Warriors won't roll. But I could see using J-Val here. Again, they only played him 29 minutes because they got blown out in a non-blowout type situation. He's probably going to get his 35 minutes, and he's been really productive this year. As far as the Warriors go, good spot against the Pelicans, but, man, Curry at 11-4, really hard to justify that price point with, Morant 2K last. It's just damn hard to get to him here. It just really is. And then the Warriors are running a pretty deep rotation. I know Jordan Poole was monster last time out. No way I'm chasing that personally. Draymond's been good in competitive games. I mean, he was even good in that non-competitive game against the Thunder. So if you think the Pels keep it close, and I think they could keep this game close, then I kind of like Draymond. I mean, he's so much more affordable than Curry. Curry is just almost impossible to get to at a loaded guard spot at that price point. Watch him go out for like 80 tonight, but I mean, seriously, it's going to take a big night for him to need him in your lineup. Hornets at Kings. This game kind of breeds DFS upside, if you will. Charlotte side is interesting. PJ Washington is doubtful, I believe. He got hurt last game during the game last time out. Plumlee played 20 minutes. When he was out earlier in the year, we saw Plumlee play a lot of minutes. At 5,700, I'm real interested in Plumlee here. There's another spot. I think the Hornets bounce back nicely here. I like the Hornets side in this game. I think the Hornets win this game. Miles Bridges, another one of these guys. He just continues to flat out ball. No one's going to play him at 8,200. And honestly, like, in tournaments, I mean, he just continues to ball. Like, that's just it. I don't know if we can expect it all year, but even when he doesn't shoot great, I mean, this dude was a top 10 pick for a reason, and he was this guy at Michigan State. So, man, looking at his game log, knowing that he's going to be absolutely unowned, makes me like him here. Damn, it's hard to spend 8,200 on him for sure, but no one's going to do it. Put up something real quick. Yeah, the more I look at this slate, the more I'm a Bridges fan. Just balling this year. Just absolutely balling. So, like him a lot. Doesn't mean in one lineup or in cash games you get to him, but I like him a lot. As far as the Kings side goes, I don't know. Fox is not shot well. He finally shot well last time out and wasn't even good from a DFS perspective because the game got out of hand. He's cheap enough. We know the big game's coming, but now with Davion Mitchell in the mix, who's played back-to-back good games, he's a guy I could definitely see getting to here. Double-digit shot attempts the last 2 times out. He's good, so I could see going to him here as well. He's getting a little bit of love, and it makes sense. When I was looking at ownership this morning, it makes some sense. 3,800, even at a loaded guard spot. Late game might cut into his ownership. Again, Beverly Cunningham, I do like him a lot, so I think you can plug him in his value. Those are 3 guards that are hard to get away from. The other guy from the Kings is going to be Rashawn Holmes. I know Ryan likes him a lot. A little bit more solid than spectacular, but it's 6,500. He's solid here. Hard to play him over like Jared Allen right now, though, given Allen's recent upside. Doesn't mean that's going to continue, but hard to play Holmes, in my opinion, over him right now. And another guy I like a lot, who's even cheaper than them is Miles Turner, who we are about to get into in the last game of the night. Turner balling right now. I mean, even in 29 minutes, put up close to 60. This dude's good offensively and looks good right now. He's a sleeper to me tonight. I don't think he gets any love, and I'm highly interested in him. I like him a lot. I think he's my favorite of that crew. I like Mason Plumlee a lot as well. Him and Turner. Plumlee and Turner are 2 guys I'm liking a lot. And that, again, goes without saying that Jared Allen and other guys I've mentioned are clearly in play as well. Those are just my favorites. As far as other guys from Indiana, Karis LeVert getting a little bit of love, as he should. We've seen the minutes increase each time out, coming off a good game against the Knicks. I like LeVert here at 6,800. I think his love is warranted, and he's a solid look in all formats. Dame, back-to-back decent games. I mean, the monster game's going to come. He shot 27 times last time out. At 10K, I mean, it's hard to say. I like Dame more than guys like Dejounte Murray, John Morant. He's going to get no love, but there are a lot of guys in the slate are going to get no love. So if you like Dame, do your thing. Just not sure I'm going to go after him tonight. Other centers I like more. I mean, Sabonis has been kind of, it seems like Sabonis has been letting Miles Turner do his thing. That said, he did foul out last time out. So that would give me a little bit of hesitation on Miles Turner, knowing that, Sabonis fouled out last time out. Man, he is cheap now. Going back to where his dad used to play. Just know that with Miles Turner that Sabonis fouled out last game. Doesn't mean they couldn't both ball, but does give me a little hesitation, and maybe makes me like Plumlee a little more. And it puts Sabonis, quite frankly, wildly in play. I like Indiana here. I think they're in a good spot. All righty. That's what I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I need to take a breath after these solo videos. It's nonstop talking. Again, though, it's Friday. Hopefully you guys have some fun plans. If you're not just going to watch the NBA, football this weekend should be a good one. I know winter is coming. It is getting cold here, so stay safe, guys. Hopefully you have a good weekend. I appreciate you as always. And goes without saying, if you want more content, more videos, any of that jazz, go sign up or go check out the DFS 5-pack today. We would love to have you. All right, guys. Thanks again.